All right, so let's get started with this conversation about strong business relationships. We've got two fantastic entrepreneurs who are joining us today, and they're going to share their insights based on their own business experiences. So first, I'm thrilled to introduce Pamela Jones, who's president and CEO of Charboy. Pamela, would you mind just quickly sharing a little bit about you and your business?
Yes, thank you. Yes, I'm a very excited entrepreneur. Love the business, into food. We have about maybe 450 store locations. Our products are in over 450 store locations throughout the Midwest. And we are through retail and e-commerce. And I would say that our products are innovative. They're quality products and they're lower in sodium and sugars than most major brands in this category. And we also have wholesale vendors as well, casinos and different schools and universities that we provide the products to. Sauces and seasons, Charboy. Thank you.
And next, we're honored to have Kei Okumura, who's the Chief Scone Officer of Sugarbird Sweets and Teas, joining us as well. Kei, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
I'm the Chief Scone Officer of Sugarbird Sweets and Teas. We are a bakery specializing in scones and afternoon tea. We started our business 10 years ago at the farmers market, and we currently are doing heavy e-commerce during the pandemic, transferring from a wholesale and catering. And we are in local grocery stores. We sell to hotels, cafes, restaurants with our scones and teas.
Do you all have any practices or habits that you employ to kind of proactively make sure that those individuals get exactly what they need from you, that you're kind of proactively providing what's needed? Kei, we'll start with you this time and then we'll go to Pam.
Being proactive in getting to mixers. A lot of times it's all on virtual. However, there's a lot of groups that are available for you to participate in, especially through Action, Opportunity Fund, your banks, any other business partnerships that you may have created throughout your journey. You can definitely reach out to them and say, hey, do you have anyone who specializes in marketing that you could refer me to? Is there a group? And I mean, everyone has so many different types of networks that they'll be willing to share if the timing is right.
And I feel like being a good partner, is very important to the success of the company. Being proactive by reaching out to your vendors regarding any events or promotions to build the sales. So not only for yourself, but for them. That company wants to see how you can be valuable to them. So trying to get some being involved with their activities, giving them a few freebies if they have an event that you're saying, if you can afford to do that, if it's a small event, you can give some giveaways and they're going to remember you for that. And it goes a long way. And let them know you stand behind your brand. So that means if you have to virtually demo your product or virtually or physically, they're allowing physical demonstrations now a little bit more. And make sure your products they stay trendy and innovative, change the flavor, to make sure it makes sense to whatever you're doing. Now that day's going to come where you need to have good inventory products on hand. So now that you've built that wonderful relationship and you've been so proactive, wow, all of a sudden you get this unexpected purchase order. You're like, oh, shoot, so now you got to figure out, how am I going to get all these hundreds of cases out of here? And then you make sure that you have that inventory on hand and you don't want to be delayed on your first big one, so make sure you have enough product, so they see that you can handle the volume. That's huge, handling the volume. And then having strong performance history, that you've got, like you mentioned, Kei, you got 10 years in, make sure they know that, that's huge on your part. Make sure you put that up there. And also find out what are their sales expectations. What are you looking for? You want to get that up front so you can start building out on that early. So by the end of the year, you're going to say, hey, can you send us a sales report? And you already know where you are, but you want to let them know, hey, see, we're doing great. Every year is increasing. So you've actually, you've got them to believe in you without them realizing it. And they're, it also, gives them, it's getting what you need from them. It really is, because they will give once they realize you can perform. What I found is that sometimes you can go through, referrals.
Oh, yeah.
That's one way of screening out all the ifs and buts, because you got a referral, someone that's in the business doing what you're doing. Now, a lot of people won't let go of their good employees, but what they can do is they can refer other people like them, and that's what you kind of want. If you're interviewing folks, and if you're doing it virtually or whatever, really look. I mean, we know all the basic things, like look at the resume, make it, people have gaps in employment all the time sometimes, because of the conditions we're in right now. But, just still try to see if you got someone that has a consistent work history, that's been doing something for a while. Make sure that those skills they have can cross over to what you're doing, what you need them for. Sometimes it may not be on paper, but when you talk with them, you were like, wow, this could work. And then, of course, what I found too is demonstrate by doing. Have them conduct a demonstration of how they would do it. I've had when I was dealing with the social media, that's one of the toughest type jobs to hire for, because they can tell you, they can talk the game, but you have to. What I do is I have them come in and demonstrate how you're gonna show me a social media. Show me how you would do this application. Show me. And then I can see them doing it. If they're fumbling not quite sure where they're going, I'm like, okay. But if they know the words and language, this is not going to work because that's why that's not working. I can't upload because of this. You've got a flaw here or whatever. And that's what you want to hear. So that's one way of doing it. And you can also, these days, virtually, you can have them do screenshots or screen shares. That's how you do it now. Just have them demonstrate, do a presentation. I mean, that's one good way. If they're serious about it, they'll be okay to perform. And then, of course, having that, I'm trying to think about the part of that question with making sure you hire the right employee. Sometimes it takes a few to get there, but, don't waste a lot of time if it's not the right fit.
Oh my gosh, so many excellent tips and just things that seem small, but also make all the difference. If you are able to connect with somebody directly and follow through with them and demonstrate the follow through, I think that's so important. That's great. Well, thank you both.